When I watched season 1 of JJK, I was just like, okay, fine, a new shonen anime, nothing special, good. I enjoyed it, it was good, but it didn't feel special to me. It just felt like fine, a formula I've seen before. But season 2 changed my opinion. Like season 2 was different. The art style changed, and now the art style is more like the manga, and the directing and the storytelling and just the atmosphere and the aura and the vibes that JJK gives is just different. The character conversations, the fight choreography, the animation, and just the fight scenes and just the story, and also how it's unpredictable. Each episode is a different experience. You can't really predict what's going to happen next. From what I've learned from the manga readers, the story is going to fall apart and it might become bad. I'm not sure. This is just what I have learned from the manga readers. But for now, season 3, the calling game and everything, JJK is one of the best new gen shonen animes right now. And yes, it is better than Demon Slayer and Solo Leveling. Like, obviously, it's not hard to beat Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling is a very basic anime. But like something like Demon Slayer and maybe even Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is still, should I say young? Because it's just like season 1 and the movie, which is the Raise arc. But still, like, even as Demon Slayer is about to end and it's like already, just 2 more movies and it's over, JJK to me still feels way better than it. It's less predictable. The character conversations, the fight choreography, and also Goso and the animators need a raise. Like, first of all, the directing is just wow. Like those camera angles, and now with the season 3 with that rotoscoping type of camera angles and vibes, and just the atmosphere and the aura that it gives. Goso is a very, very wonderful director, and I'm just so sad that it's actually leaving. I should just continue directing JJK till JJK is over, because damn, he's very good at his job. And so the animators too are peak. Like, they are just so good, and they really know how to bring the manga panels to life. There are a lot of animes that it's competing with. We also now have new animes like Gachiakuta, and we still have Black Clover. MHA is over already, it has ended. And we also have the Dark Trio, which is JJK, Chainsaw Man, and Hell's Paradise, which are all made by MAPPA Studios. And Hell's Paradise is good, but 2 seasons so far, it's still not as good as JJK right now, even though we're not counting season 3 of JJK, which is the current season. But it's definitely a good anime. Hell's Paradise is a good anime, it's just not as good as JJK. And also, when it comes to powers and abilities, fictional story creators have run out of this different kind of powers and abilities to give to characters, and you can't even really blame them. Like, just think of any abilities you can think of. Someone has done it already. So now it comes down to execution, how unique it is, and the version that the specific creator gives their characters. For example, we have a lot of different fictional characters with fire powers, but there are different iterations and different versions and execution and source of how the fire power is used. And that's what also makes JJK unique. JJK really knows how to take abilities that have been done before, or even new abilities, and just make it different. And also the power system, I don't know if it's just me or because I have the brain of a potato, but I still don't really get the JJK power system yet. Like, I understand, okay, it's based on cost energy and stuff, but like the old domain expansions and heavily restrictions and heavily packed, and how like there's like some incomplete domains and domains of like many years ago by old ancestral sorcerers. I don't get it. I don't know if I'm just the one not really listening, but sometimes when the narrator, which is Tengen-sama, is explaining the abilities of characters, I don't know if to like fully grasp and really understand what he's trying to say sometimes. I don't know if it's just a me thing or it's happening to other people too. I know if I do a little bit of research, I understand. But like, for example, this season 3, that girl, what's her name again? I've forgotten her name. Girl that was going with Kinji Akari, the 3rd year that was expelled from Jujutsu High. When they went to meet him for help, that girl that was with that powers that has to do with like constellation and stars. I don't really get the power. Like, they explained it, but I'm still not like really understanding. The JJK first is a very complicated and unpredictable world, and that's just also the reason why it's also special. The way Gege creates characters and their abilities, it's not like all the abilities are brand new abilities, but it's the execution and way he uses the ability that makes it special. JJK is absolute cinema. Season 3 so far, I barely have any complaints of season 3, honestly. We're complaining about the Maki episode with how wiping out the clan. They're like, it's not very faithful to the manga, and I'm one of these people that really believe in staying true to the source material, but I haven't read read the source material, and to me the episode was peak. We're saying it was just focusing on the aura forming and they were not really showing the emotions, which I actually disagree, because if you watch the episode, like first half of the whole episode, there was no action. It was them just telling about the backstory and giving us a little bit more context on Maki and her life and the Zenin clan. So I don't understand what people mean by it was only focused on the aura moments, because that was the reason why it felt so fulfilling when the action started and she was aura farming, because we've already seen the context behind the scenes. That is what I consider good aura farming. Like for example, solo leveling aura farming sometimes gets very boring and I don't really feel the aura because it's predictable. You already know, okay, this guy is going to aura farm. It doesn't really have a lot of context to the aura farm. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but JJK is not like that. JJK really gives that context, and when it's time the character to aura farm, it's rewarding. It's really rewarding. This is the reason why I just feel JJK is really good. And it's just like I said, the art style, how it's not very predictable, the storytelling, the characters, and how you can really relate and they feel real. Anything can happen at any time. It might get bad later, maybe the story might fall apart, but for now, JJK is peak fiction.